What's up, YouTube? Here, Graveyard Class is coming at you. And for this today's video, or podcast, better say, because I haven't done any video yet, but I will someday. Depends of how it goes. So, I couldn't have chosen a worse time for making this video because I'm about to piss myself and I did the typical introduction I do always. And I will do it anyways. So the album that I am going to talk about, or more than album, the demo I'm going to talk about is Cannibal Corpse's first demo, the 1989 demo. And second of all is that I say that I was going to talk about Barnes side projects and stuff, and I will do it, but I will do it in the next video. So just wait for that one. So this Cannibal Corpse demo, I heard it for the first time when a friend bought one of the 15-year Killing Spree released in 2003 box set. That's it's really good, that box set, actually. I discovered lots of things. In this box set there is this demo. There is also a compilation of the era with Chris Barnes on the first album, and a compilation with the era of Corpse Grinder on the second, which I found really cool, and it's really good what they did, because what I mean is that they also should have put some live songs on their first album with Barnes. They must have had certain master tapes from board tapes from concerts or something. It would have been cool to listen to that, but still, it's a good compilation, good songs. There's well chosen songs here. And in the side 2 also, what I criticize a bit is that they put a cover of Corpse Grinder playing Icon Blood live, and I think that is like out of place. Like, why would you have that? It's better just put the Icon Blood with Chris Barnes on Tomb of the Mutilated. There's maybe they didn't want to do that because there is already two or I think, yeah, just 2 songs of the Tomb of the Mutilated. I don't know. I don't understand, but it's okay. It's anyways awesome compilation. Check it out if you can. So the demo was really impressive for me when I listened it for the first time, because Barnes had used in that time the trash style kind of. And this trash style is atypical for Barnes, so it's not something that I heard before. I heard most of the recordings of the albums released with him, and when I heard this demo, it really caught my attention. I believe everybody here who knows about Cannibal Corpse should have listened to this demo already, and if you haven't, I highly recommend you to do it. It's really like another type of vibe, like a trashy gore trash style that could have been something completely different if it continued in that direction. And that gore trash style is thanks to, like I said before, in a big part to Bob Rusai, that kept the band trash in a way, close to the trash vibe. He will come up with the songs like a Skull Full of Maggots with the main riff, and he will come up with songs from the album Butcher at Birth. His last collaboration was with Cannibal Corpse in Tomb of the Mutilated, just playing the lead guitars, and I think 1 or 2 songs, and that's was a really sad ending for him. To be, he was kicked because the band was not placed with him, and this is where it started all the bullshit and the problems between the members of the band. So. But it's just the good thing about Cannibal Corpse is it was just a short time. That after that there was not problems, like there was a Corpse Grinder and all the stuff. But okay, I'm getting too ahead of myself. Fuck that shit. I'm in 5 minutes already. So the song starts with a Skull Full of Mouths. The production is really raw. and the song sounds in a much more trash production, I would say, like because pretty much it's played the same, and what changes pretty a lot is the speed of the song in a way. Maybe this version is a tiny bit faster, and Chris Barnes sounds completely different, high pitched vocals, creator style, really something conventional for the time, but well played, well executed. And the lyrical content is what catches the attention, like what he's singing about maggots and stuff. It has a vibe like kind of like it wants to be this era of the 90s, that it was starting the 90s, it's like 1989, 90s. And during this time, in the TV commercials and the children's shows, and generally young people, had this thing with that was funny, started to be funny, gross out stuff. Remember the Cabbage Pail Kids and all this stupid stuff that was in the TV, I don't know, Ren and Stimpy. But that's the time, and everything contributed with another. MTV was supporting more metal music in that time because metal was more famous thanks to glam metal. And when glam metal stopped to be popular, the death metal started to rise. They were the cool ones, but was an era that was short time because of in the mainstream media because of the upcoming grunge music. So a Skull Full of Maggots, it's like I say, it's just trashy version of a Skull Full of Maggots with creative vocals. The Undead Will Feast as well is the next one, and it's a really good rendition of the song. It makes sense trashy, but I like more of course the version in the next album because in that album Barnes sounds different. Barnes sounds himself. Barnes sounds Barnes, and in this case, these vocals, while well played, they were done by too many people at the same time. So maybe he was the first guy to do these vocals. He would have been a legend in these vocals as well, but he's not. So it sounds. I won't say generic because it's like I said, it's well executed, but it sounds competent. That's the word. Fuck it. So it's good. And the next one that is my favorite, that is Scattered Remains, Splattered Brains. Especially in this demo. I have like a battle in myself for lots of years. Which one is my favorite version from this song? If it's the Eat 'em Back to Life version or the how do you say this one, this demo, the demo version, and I think I like more this one. Like I don't know. Anybody out there like this one more? Let me know. Put the comment below. I enjoy now listening to the song. Like but it makes sense. It's like I don't know, like the zombie when he was small, the Cannibal Corpse when he was small, like a child. And this is the demo. So good reflection. It's like the infancy of Cannibal Corpse. And it sounds like that. Then it comes the adolescence of Cannibal Corpse. That's the Eat 'em Back to Life. The puberty start to have a change of voice and everything. So the next one is Put Them to Death. Trashy, mosh pit inducing song. Really cool. So Put Them to Death has being really honest with the voice. There is I like them because they don't sound that good with the music. It needed that evolution, but it sounds good for a trashy album. Really, it's not bad. It's not something insulting. It's something creative. I believe that's why they got into the label, of course. But they saw the potential in them, and maybe some things needed to be corrected. Okay, so the last song, Bloody Chunks. It starts with like a cartoon, like something. So all the lyrics in this song, it's Bloody Chunks is awesome song, especially in this demo. I will say that in this demo shines much more this song, Bloody Chunks. Because of the vocals, I would say the vocals in this case they make justice for this song. It's an well high pitched vocals, and I don't understand why Barnes didn't use this vocal style in the future. Like, if he was capable of this and he could like change from maybe like trashy style and not to have kicked out Bob Rosse with his trashy style, and also do songs in that death metal brutal style. I don't know. It could have been something. It's just a what if scenario. I like doing or talking about what if scenarios. I will not change the present, and I'm glad for the present there is as well. There is also Chris Barnes is happy with 6 Feet Under, and Jack Owen as well is happy with 6 Feet Under as well, and that's it. But this demo makes me think a lot about things. Like, also I had one band one time, and how I recorded our first demo, and I don't have anymore that demo. So, and also the demo was, I also was really like a child. I didn't know too much about life, so I was really nervous in the demo, and I fucked up all the songs because I couldn't. I was a shy guy, and it was a really funny situation. Maybe if I manage to find that fucking demo, I will upload it here. What do you think, guys? But it sucks actually. The demo sucks, honestly. And I think with this we learn that in Cannibal Corpse there were many advantages and disadvantages, but Barnes is like an arrow, He goes, but he goes straight, doesn't go sideways or anything. He goes where he wants, and nothing moves around. So he just have stick to one vocal style and one style of things. Gets comfortable with things certain ways, and he is a creative person at the same time, but to a level that he just plays variants of himself, of what he's known for, instead of going further. Like, and there is so much I don't know, potential in those, for example, trashy vocals that he could use instead of that wee sound that he does every time there is a high vocal or something. Maybe he could also do some melodic death metal songs with his style and vocals or whatever. It's lots of potential. I don't know. I like talking about this because I'm still a fan of Barnes. I'm really a big fan of Chris Barnes, and I would like to, I don't know, find a way to maybe, I don't know, share with the community of the, and also like maybe reconcile both communities of Corpse Grinder and Barnes, like to that are a bit like far away from each other. Like, it's like a huge division in that case, and it's not like giving like Paul Diano and Bruce Dickinson, because in the case of and Diano and Bruce Dickinson there was no context. There was no contest in that way. Diano was a good singer, but limited. He was raw, punkish, good. He had high pitched vocals, but he had a style that cannot compete in the range in a way to Bruce Dickinson. But in the case of and also that's what I wanted to say. Like, Paul Diano was good with the high pitched vocals, but was like also limited with them. And in that case, Bruce Dickinson wasn't. So, and in this case, it's similar to the contest, but it's in a way Barnes has a lot of how do you say, reasons to fight equally with Fisher. Fisher has a quite stable guttural vocal, but doesn't have that range of Barnes. That Barnes can go. It's like what can go high with the vocals. Corpse Grinder, Barnes can go low with his. So it's like fucking two opposites, but they both are equal in their own goods. Anybody imagine one album with the guest vocals of Barnes or Corpse Grinder to do a guest vocals in 6 Feet Under? I don't know. Fuck it. I'm talking like. And before I finish this video, there is one last thing I would love to talk about. That is, there is a live version of in 1989 from Shredded Humans. That's not in this demo, and there is Chris Barnes singing it in this demo style of vocals. So anybody who's interested, I will post also I will put the link in the description of the video. And that's it. Thanks for watching 16 minutes of this video. That's it. Bye bye.